tell us a little bit about you, Troy.
Yeah, I'm a San Diego native, live in Escondido. I played tennis, probably over 40 years now.
Ooh.
So a long time. Love the game. It's a great way to exercise, the body, but also the mind. I love constructing points and love being out here with the guys and having a good time. Yeah, great way to meet new people.
So you've got a span of over 40 years.
Yeah.
And so you must share one of your rich experiences along the way that you said, hey, it changed me, or I had that opportunity, or boy, I'm glad that I was a part of that.
I just learned to be more patient as a player. I had shoulder surgery like 15 years ago. So I kind of had to change the way I played a little bit. I couldn't hit the same shots or as much pace as I used to. So just changing things up a little bit and adapting to what I could do after my surgery. So, yeah.
Where are you from?
San Marcos.
And originally?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Yes, the hub.
Empire.
Yes, that's a growing area. And what brought you down here, Jeff?
I came down here for college and then haven't left. It's been 20 something years now, 25 years.
That must mean you probably met the girl here and you got the whole vibe of Southern Cal.
State, yep. And then just planted the flag and had the buddies move in or in the neighborhood, and yeah.
Great.
Built a family.
And can you share one of your experiences with tennis? I know you've had a long career.
Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of tennis when I was a junior and made some great friends back then. I took almost 20 years off, didn't play from the time I was 20 to almost 40. And over the last 5-6 years, just fell back in love with the game, and I play as much as I can. And I have just as much fun now as I had when I was a kid. And I guess my only regret is wishing I didn't take all those years off and kept playing. It's a blast. Maybe
this kept you fresh, and you might be burned out if you played the last 20 years. And so the riches that you're feeling right now, maybe the timing's right for you now.
Yeah, that could be it.
And what a great group of guys you're playing with. How did you find these guys?
Yeah. I played against Scott last year through USTA, and then he picked me up this year on the Brangle Terrace team, and it's been an awesome year. Great group of guys, a lot of laughs, a lot of wins. Championship match this Sunday, so we'll see how we do.
Well, tell us a little bit about that, because you've worked for this, right?
Yeah, man. So we 10 matches, sitting at 9-1, playing against one of our favorite country club teams that we enjoy competing against and beating.
Who's that?
Fairbanks.
See, they know, you don't.
They know. Yeah. Fairbanks. So we'll see how we do. Hopefully we play well and come back and bring one for the public court guys.
Well, we also appreciate you coming out tonight, and we had a lot of fun, and we want to welcome you back for next time. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim.
Welcome back, guys. This is Emo Tennis on YouTube. This is, I guess, our 5th episode. Oh, no, sorry, our 6th episode.
Moving along.
We are here in the new garage studio here in Fallbrook, up off Gavilan Mountain. Jim has come out today to review a match, and you guys probably just watched a little bit of interviews that he shot at his home court here in Fallbrook, over by Potter, here in the lovely North County, San Diego.
I love you when you say it that way.
Yeah, it's nice here. I just didn't even know Fallbrook existed until a couple of years ago. So it's a great community. The guys we're going to be watching right now, remind me of their names: Scott, Troy, Patrick, and
Troy, Patrick, Jeff.
Jeff. Okay. So you probably just heard some of their interviews. These guys are all very much similar to my age, 40s, 50s, 4045, North County, San Diego. Was it Jeff said something about the public court guys versus the Fairbanks Ranch guys?
Country club.
Yeah. It's true though. That's how tennis seems to has. If anything, that is one of tennis's somewhat downfalls, is that it's sort of, when I was growing up on the public courts up in Northern California, it seemed like the richer kind of elite club players were always better, and I don't know, and so yeah, we were the scrappy public court guys, and we were the guys trying to get scholarships at universities, and anyways, so this is a match with the 4 guys at your court you were gracious enough to lend it to the team for a big match that was coming up the following week at Fairbanks. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, we did not take that match, so we ended the season, I think, 9-2. Scott, who you'll be watching play, I think, in this match, was our captain. Thank you, Scott. Shout out to you. Always a pleasure. Super fair captain, just always trying to, get the players out playing, having fun. And yeah, we'll start this one in a sec. Did you want to mention anything else before we start rolling, or?
Well, I don't know if I like the way you said it exactly, because during the season we did play Fairbanks Ranch and we did beat them, but we were the 2 top teams at the end of the year, and so there was a playoff. But this game is what it is, and these guys' abilities are very, very close, so it just goes to reason that one day somebody can play better than the other, and a lot of it maybe being motivated, like we had already beat them, so we expected to beat them, and they were going, hey, they beat us, let's get them back. So my hat's off to them as well. But I don't think there's any losers because of the extreme records of both teams, and so that's what we're fighting for, is to be able to play against the best, so that we can find out how good we really are. I think too many times, if you're a big fish in a small pond, well, we've all seen that, they can have a false image of who they are and how they play. And so I've found that to be true when I was coaching college. All these guys come out of high school, they were big fish in a small pond, and now they're out there playing the best of the best, and it's not the same. So it's just the idea that we got to play them at the end of the year, and we didn't quite make it. Not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal if you're keeping records and you want bragging rights, but the idea that you fought hard and you competed, that's a win. I don't care how you look at it, it's a win. So congrats to our team.
Yeah, that was a great season, guys. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start this match in 3, 2, 1. It looks like, is that Jeff serving? No, it's Troy.
Yes.
Is that Troy? Yeah, Troy just serving.
We might have missed the first point.
Oh.
Jim missed it when he didn't start the camera.
Oh. Yeah, you are.
This video stuff I'm all new to, but Mark has been doing it 30 years, so I'm getting better. I got a good teacher. Wow, look at that one out of bounds. That was ridiculous.
Was that Scott hitting it?
Yeah, that put him out of position. So this team on the near side is Jeff and Troy, and they played 2 seasons this year together in the 4-0.
Very solid team.
From Vista. And so I believe they only lost 1 or 2 matches the whole season, and it wasn't until the end. They were on a hot streak during the summer and the fall.
That's Scott and Patrick on the other side there. Yeah, they're a tough team to beat. Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Now it's a little bit lopsided, but one of our best players, Carter, he's hurt, and so Scott's filling in. But
yeah, so we don't have the auto scoring on this one, unfortunately, but we're commenting on.
That's me again.
That's. I don't know. I think it's this swing. We're trying to figure out swing vision a little bit too, but
believe me, and it's getting better. So
yeah.
we have more to learn. But I think that it added a lot of value. We've been doing this for a few weeks now, and we didn't have this tool before, so we didn't see the value of it. That's a good point.
Ooh. Yeah, look at all that. Those dots on the board there. There's a lot of ball strikes. Ooh, yeah, wow. Yeah, they do work well as a team, don't they? They're covering each other's
Well,
butts.
they know each other's games real well, and I think that's a big part of it. It complements it now. And I know Patrick and Scott have played together before too, but they might have a little stronger skill sets overall.
Yeah, practicing with your partner is pretty important too, obviously.
Yeah, because they're a lot, I would say more of a comfortable state of being, where you have somebody that you're not familiar with their game and their vibe. You know, you can be toxic to each other. You really gotta like playing with somebody. Because you know when you hear the ones where under their breath they're kind of moaning, and you just made a mistake. That's not going to help it get any better, number one.
Even if they're not moaning about you, you don't know them, right? So you might think, okay, well, maybe my partner is not the nicest guy, but I don't know. I've had partners like that. In fact, 2 summers ago on a league team, I had a partner that was very upset at something that, anyway, I don't know. I don't remember the details, but it was annoying. And my captain kicked him off the team after the match was over because he just was like, this is not what we're here for. Let's face it, you know, like we're a bunch of middle-aged guys trying to play tennis and have a good time. And, you know, you can't be bashing on your own partner over a silly league match, you know? But whatever.
Well, that is usually directed at themselves, but they'll direct it at somebody else, and it's just a bad vibe. But the whole idea is we are all out there competing in a way, serving the game. And let's say we can't serve it the way we want to all the time. And the idea that we disappoint ourselves or we don't meet our expectations can put you in a funk. And the whole idea is until you change your thought, you can't change your energy. And that's a hard one to shut off, especially if you get yourself down too low. But if you can keep your head up and you can keep doing the little things right, you'll come out of it. And the biggest one that I like to say or talk about is how you finish. In tennis, you can come out red hot, or you can get red hot in the middle of the contest. But it's the guy who can see the end of the game and is willing to stick around and fight to the end. That's the most beautiful thing as well. Oh, I had a bad start, but I didn't quit, and then all of a sudden the good part of me came out, or I started playing to my potential, and I hadn't been playing the whole time. Well, you could have checked out and let your attitude take you out of the match, but you decided, no, I'm going to change, or I'm going to be patient, or I know I can play better. It's just a matter of when it's going to click in. Mm-hmm. That's a good athleticism on those points. Mm-hmm. For me, it's satisfying to see everybody play good. Mm-hmm. You know, you work hard all day, you take care of your family, and you just want to go out there and get some relief and be a kid again, like getting on the playground and just having fun. And so I feel like we've created it at my house on Monday nights, and we got a number of guys that want to come, and it makes it real easy. And I can't remember having a bad experience unless somebody was really tired. Everybody seems to have a good attitude and appreciate playing on a good court and playing with good players. And I think that's what tennis players, they want to keep it simple. That's all they need. Yeah,
and I like the oftentimes isolating the word play when I'm, you know, whenever I'm texting a group or, you know, who wants to play, you know, like just that word play is amazing. Like you're like you said, as an adult, you're able to play like a kid again and enjoy just taking your mind off life and your struggles and whatever bad meeting you just had that day, or you know, and you're there with a bunch of guys just having fun, or maybe you're not having fun because you're not playing well or whatever, but at least you're out getting some fresh air. And that was always whenever I'd lose in a tournament, you know, as single elimination tournaments, as you know, you lose, you're done, you know, and then they go on and the tournament goes on, but you're just not part of it. And I used to get really upset about it, and then I just started thinking about, you know, at least I got out and gave it my best, of course, which is kind of cliche, but when it comes down to it, I got great exercise and I'm healthier because of it, and I'm going to live a longer life, hopefully, you know, as a healthier person because of it. So win or lose, we're all going to win, you know, playing the sport. So
I love what you just said, because I changed my thoughts, I changed my energy.
mm-hmm.
And you had done it through your thoughts alone, and you didn't allow yourself to be stuck. I want to call it stuck, because that's what we do. Reoccurring thoughts that we don't like, we're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at it from the big picture, that you're not in some hospital bed, you're not some place where you don't know what's going on because you're at a depleted state, but that you're out there interacting with life and experiences, and actually, you know, focusing on something like this, it takes you away from all of your other parts of your life. It's almost like you had a timeout and you go into this little bubble where you can act like a little kid, you can be playful, you can be spontaneous, and I like the idea is when you do something good out there to celebrate a little bit, not to be annoying to the other players, but to acknowledge that you're having fun and you're satisfied. Because the more you treat your body like that and your mind like that, the more it will occur. I call it visiting your greatness, but you visit much more when you tune in and you don't allow yourself to get into a bad vibe or feel like a bad emotions arising, because that's what I felt like. Why do people struggle so much and really not enjoy the fruits of their efforts? And it's because they don't like themselves enough, or they don't see the value when they do something well. They just go, oh, that was regular. It's not regular. You should be celebrating it. But you're over there putting yourself at such a high standard that there's no way you can satisfy yourself all the time. So you're always at a state of being a little disappointed, a little bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable. And you got to break through that cycle. That's what we're all about here, I think.
Yeah, good vibes.
That we're trying to create this feel-good moment as much as possible, and when we don't, we're not far from it. Because once you get to that belief and get to that level of liking yourself at a very high level, you're not going to want to go back. You're not going to like put obstructions or put barriers in front of you so you can't go where you want to go. Boy, that was close.
Just long, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I sometimes see these, you know, high stakes professional matches where the guys, you know, make a really great shot and the audience is cheering and they emote very loudly and aggressively, and you know, because obviously they're high stakes. These are millions of dollars in contracts and sponsors, and you know, all that pressure just gets released in this amazing moment. And I sometimes in some of these league matches or tournaments in town here in San Diego, there'll be younger folks that will just start yelling like that, whether they're yelling because they're pissed because it was a bad call, or if they're so loud because they just did a great shot. It seems like they just need to tone it down and find some kind of medium, like you said, where it's not insulting or rude or annoying, but you should be able to enjoy it. And I think that's important because it also keeps your energy flow positive. It makes you, you know, your confidence, which I've learned is such an important word when you're walking into a big match, you know, having the confidence that you deserve to be there, that you've earned the right to be there, that, you know, you're going to do your best to beat your opponent, offer that person, you know, a good match. Wow, that was so close.
Oh, there's some good points there.
Yeah, we're just missing a lot of these good points. So anyways, we're kind of more philosophizing in this episode, I guess.
Well,
it's not us playing, so.
I think it's critical that we kind of get in our own way at times, and if we could be humbled to the idea that, oh, I'm okay with losing 0-0. I'm okay with not even winning 1 point in one game. If I could lower the bar of me where I wasn't torturing myself every time I had a bad hiccup, you would find that, you know, number one, you only have to win 51% of the points, and sometimes not even that. But the idea that you don't have to win 70% of the points or 80%, and feel frustrated all the time because you're not at that level is self-defeating. You shouldn't even think that. I always look at it like, hey, if I'm not out of the match, I can turn this ship around, or I can turn this wagon around and get back on keel or get in the right direction. But if I don't see better things for me, then there is no better things. And I think that I early on would always feel down because I missed opportunities, and then I would start pressing, and then I would start overhitting, and then I would start giving away games and points and really losing myself in it. And it's very easy to do because there's nobody there to pick you up. There really isn't. So the idea that you're a participant in the game and say, hey, why don't I be faithful to the game and just do my best and be completely satisfied with that? Oh, then you're knocking down obstacles and barriers that keep you from playing good tennis. And now there's more of a chance that you can play good tennis. I like that idea. But it's not easy.
No, it took me a while to understand what you mean by being willing to lose 0-0 and be okay with it, because it's so counterintuitive to everything sport and winning. You know, just the idea that you're out there however many nights a week, whenever you can, in between your kids' soccer matches or your proposal for work or your vacation with your family or your wife. You're trying to balance all this stuff, so you're putting as much energy as you can into getting better at a sport, and then you bring it to the mat, to the court, and of course, like, you want it to be paid. Most people see the payoff is that you have 6, they have whatever lower number than 6, that you're walking away winning. And I admit, in the last summer, I hadn't lost a single league match, because I played for San Diego, for Balboa Park as well, and North County. I was playing in 2 different teams because you're allowed to in San Diego counties.
And you're good.
Well, thank you, but I hadn't lost, so I was on this high, but then I went into Fairbanks match with Jason was my partner. I hadn't played with Jason all year. We were kind of new, but I felt like this weird pressure of having this undefeated season, and then going to this home court where the light was a little bit different because the sun was crossing the sky, and I started getting a little nervous and getting too much into my head, saying, well, if I lose this match, we're not only going to lose, the season, but it's going to break my streak. And I don't know, I just think it's important from a mental health standpoint to realize that, it's okay to walk away, a loser, because you're not really losing. Again, back to what I was saying earlier, you're still winning. We're all winning when we're playing this sport at this age. So,
can I comment on that?
Of course, yeah.
I happened to go and watch, and you guys were ahead.
Yeah, at first.
And I really felt like it was a tug of war. I didn't think one team was better than the other. In fact, I really thought that you guys were a little bit better. I'm not going to say they were not good, but that was my thought. I mean, Jason is a teaching professional. He's been doing it 30 years, so he can hit a great ball. In fact, I saw some of the exchanges where he lit up and hit 3 volleys at the net that were balls coming at him at 80, 90 miles an hour, and he made it look like nothing. He was so smooth.
Yep.
And so that was happening, but I think there was a lot of tension in the air. It was our home court. They wanted it. They had something to prove. We were supposed to win. And I don't even know if the lineup was fair, the way they had assigned it, but that's the way it went down. And so I look at it like it wasn't like a regular match. And so we had not played our best. And let's say because we played a whole season of our best, that we were bound to have one of those kind of days. And so my hat's off to them, because they had lost already, and it would have been no big deal if they lost. It was a big deal that we lost, so
yeah,
the pressure was on us.
Either way, I'll see them in sectionals.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. No, so yeah, because my Balboa team, we're going to be in Palm Springs in a couple weeks playing them. So
Can I go ahead and say one more thing? Because
yes,
Jeff and Troy had played 2 seasons together. The whole time you were thrown at, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different people during the course of 2 seasons, and you didn't have that reliability of somebody that you could count on. And so you were just trying to actually acclimate to the surrounding that was all new to you.
Yeah.
And let's say it's not easy the first time, and then you haven't been on the team that long. I think you felt a little more pressure than somebody else had been around longer, or not been a part of 2 teams, like you were trying to help 2 teams get better. I think that's noble. I'm proud of him. I don't care what he says.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how sectionals goes. I'm going to be playing with a partner. My partner Paul. We're going to be playing in the end of January. Actually, maybe in a couple of weeks. So I got to get some practice in with him down in the MLK tournament down in Skyline here in San Diego. So, anyways, I think that's good for this episode. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, reach out to us in the comments if you want to come up to Fallbrook and play some tennis with Jim and I and the rest of the guys here in Fallbrook. Get a lesson. You mentioned that was it on this episode you had mentioned that if they want to come out for the first lesson, maybe it's free and we'll record them?
The first person that wants to get involved with our channel and actually get better, we're going to float your boat. We're not only going to make you better, but we're going to put you on TV as well. So
4K now.
If it doesn't happen, it's on me, but I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's great. So yeah, the first person that reaches out, we'll bring you up here, get you some really good tennis in and record it, and then we'll philosophize about it.
We can even slip you into some doubles if you want.
Yeah.
But I want to make a quick shout out to Craig and to Davis, a couple of my fans.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I have a lot of fans, but these people, they want me to do well. So thank you guys for being a part of this.
Cool. See you on the next one, guys.
We're back again, folks. This is Patrick, and he was part of that foursome. Anything you want to let the folks out there in La La Land know about tennis or about you?
Yeah, I think tennis takes a lot of patience, and I think Federer said it recently, like, you got to forget about that last point as soon as it's over and focus on the next one, and I need to do more of that. But yeah, it's just a great time out here. Thanks for having us, and hope more people get out and play, because we need to save tennis is really the story here, because those pickleballers are coming in quick on our property.
Well said. We're all dealing with the new world of pickleball and how we can fit together. It's difficult for us because we've always been around, but they're brand new and they're trying to spread their wings, and they're really stepping on us in a lot of ways. So I feel your pain, and that's why I went out and bought my own tennis court. I guess you could do that as well, but that's not going to solve the problem. How long you been playing tennis?
Yeah, I've played since I was pretty young, and then took a break from it when I was in more team sports, and came back to it in college, and then met some people once I moved back down here from college, and playing the last roughly 20 years. So yeah, it goes quick, but as Scott said, you need a lot of great people, and fortunate to find these guys to play with. And actually, when I think about team sports, I never considered tennis that, but playing in the USTA with these guys, really formed a bond, and you root for each other, and it's more about the team than just your own individual performance.
That's good to hear. I think we don't hear that side of tennis too often. It's very competitive. It's a me sport, and here you're talking about something much bigger, and you get the joy out of playing and connecting with all these other players. So good for you, Patrick. Appreciate it. Thanks.